Okay YouTube, we're currently on board the Steamship Freshspring and we're going to go for a bit of a tour of the engine room. Just before we begin those, perhaps have a quick look in the top of the boiler room and have a look at the blower engine, which provides a force draft to the furnaces in the boiler. There's 3 of them, and that's it, with the fan on the left and the small engine by Sissons of Gloucester on the right. And we'll come back top of the engine, clearly triple expansion engine, 3 cylinders, high, low and intermediate pressure. So we're on the top level at the moment of the engine room. And then we'll go down the steps, down to the lower level. You'll be able to see hopefully the main engine sat there. Currently we've got the lights on, which are a 110 volt DC system throughout the ship, but currently running on AC just because we've only got the lights on, so we've just got a builder's type transformer which runs at a treat. There's the reversing engine, so you could make a fast reverse, either the wheel, you can do it by hand, or using the steam controls on this side here. It's this lever. You can make a fast reverse if you need to make a manoeuvre or similar. And then you've got your other controls here, throttle and also various simpling valves and so on. And the telegraph from the wheelhouse. And then behind you you've got, at the same position, you've got the 3 speaking tubes, windlass, wheelhouse and boiler room. That's from left to right. And this gadget here is a whistle, so that if the chap at the other end blows down the pipe, then it whistles at you rather than you having to try to hear him initially. You've also got the boiler and cylinder pressure gauges sat there, telling you what's happening in all of the cylinders, so you know the pressures. And then let's just spin round. Sorry, I've spun round a fair bit, but basically we're just in the same position. We've just spun round 180 degrees, so we've got the engine behind, the main engine behind us now. We've got the main generator engine here again, as I say, 110 volt DC system all on board, and originally would have been powered by this steam powered generator, obviously when the ship's in steam. You've then got the switchboard up at the top here. Unfortunately the glass doesn't help the filming, but you can see the gauges and all knife switches, again DC, so they're all spring loaded so that they disengage quickly, so that there's the least possible spark. Points don't arc up. And on this side you've got again shore supply and dynamo and so on. And then we move round, all the valves for various water transfer and fire pumps and so on. All colour coded, so blue is fresh water, black is bilge water and green is sea water. So these ones are mainly coming to the fire and salvage pump, which would have been here, and again mainly seawater this one, and you can see the fire valve, the red one on the right there. At the moment we've just got the cover off that to have a little look inside. Coming round again, back of the engine now, hopefully you get an idea of where we are. Main engine in front of us there. Then we've got the condenser on this side here, little circulating engine just there next to it. Then we've got 2 main pumps, again colour coded on the valves, blue, green and black. And you can see the spares for the engine behind as well, so you've got the big end shell and so on. You've then got the other slightly larger weir type pump. I mean, you get an idea of how tall it is. I'm currently sat at floor level, and I'm 6 foot tall, and the camera's at about head height for me, so it's the best part of 8 or 10 feet tall. And then if we come round a little bit further, you see the condenser again there on the back of the main engine, and you can see the air pump and also feed pump that's driven off this sort of donkey shaft on the back of the engine here. And then finally we can come round front of the engine again. Again, you're back towards the generator, and we'll just look through. You see there's a porthole leading through to the boiler room there, which will be the subject of a future video, I'm sure.